Episode 39. I've got Madison Walker here with 208 Socials. Welcome.
Hi.
How are you?
So good.
Now, just to fill everybody in, this is not our first go around.
Not our first rodeo.
No. No. Technical difficulties. Darrow. We had lost sound, which out of, 39 now episodes, this is the first. But there are tech problems. Things happen.
And that happens. And it's okay.
And for the amount of time we've had since when we first recorded to now, things have changed, even in your business.
Yes.
So,
yeah, everything in social media changes. I would say, I used to say on a daily basis. It doesn't quite change on a daily basis usually. More on like a weekly basis. There's always something new, which is exciting and fun, but it makes my job very difficult sometimes. But I love it. It makes so that everything's always new.
You always, you wake up and you're like, what am I going to do today?
Yes, literally every day.
So maybe kind of explain, what do you call your position in your business?
I like to call myself a social media coordinator. So I do exactly what I say. I coordinate your social media. So for a lot of my clients, that is full-time management. So I come in, I shoot the content, I edit it, I write the copy for it, I post it, and unless the business owner or the person has something specific they'd like me to post, it's pretty hands-off other than them being in the content and like helping me with things like that. So yeah, I basically just handle everything so that people don't have to stress about it, because social media is a big weight on a lot of people's shoulders.
It's a whole other, even though like my jobs, I feel like I have to tack on social media as another job.
No, literally, that's my favorite pitch to people is you got into the business that you got into to do that.
Yeah.
You didn't get into it to do social media. That's my job. So, but it's a full-time job on its own. And like at the end of the day, you do all your business owner things or all your work things. You don't want to do a post on Instagram, so that gets pushed to the side.
Wild.
Yeah.
Do you imagine, like, back in the day, hear me out, this is a dumb question. If you were to be back when it was just the phone book, okay, what job would you have if it wasn't social media?
Ooh, I don't know. I feel like I would still be in, like, my job technically isn't like customer service, but I would want to be in a job where I get to talk to people, maybe like real estate, or I don't know. I feel like I'd still be a business owner of some sort.
That's basically like, I now pick my jobs and what I want to do based on how much interaction I have with people, because I can talk and talk and talk and talk.
Yeah, like I wanted to be, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a doctor, but then I soon realized that all doctors do is like sign papers and talk to people for like 2 minutes and then they're gone.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't want to do that. I want to like actually sit and have meaningful conversations with people and get to know the people that I'm working with. Like, that's special.
Now the pilot thing.
Yeah.
Would you do that?
Oh my gosh, yeah, I forget. I forget that was like a part of my life, because it wasn't that long ago, but it feels like a completely different life. I would actually love to do that. I don't know if I would do commercial.
Private.
But I would love to be a private pilot for people. I think that would be really fun. I miss flying a lot, especially here. Flying is wonderful in the valley.
Never say never.
I know, never say never. I'm really close to getting my pilot's license. So
how many more hours?
If I went back now, it would kind of be like a restart. But where I'm at, like if I studied really hard and could remember everything, I probably would only need like 10 more hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
that seems small to me compared to what's the...
It's 40.
Oh.
Yeah. The minimum's 40. Typically, it takes people between 50 and 60.
That's what, maybe the 60 is what I thought. Do you have to take a written?
Yes. Yeah. So it's like a driving test, basically.
Oh.
So you have a written and then a practical. or like where you fly with
Yeah.
an instructor. And that one is really hard and it's really expensive to take. So you take it once, and if you fail, you wait a long time before you take it again and you really study. But
Dang.
yeah, it's crazy. It's really intense. Like,
Oh, I didn't realize that.
I soloed, so I've flown a plane completely by myself with no one else in it. But I was more nervous for my practical exam than I was
To physically
my solo.
flying?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That'd probably be me, honestly.
Yeah.
Like my driving test. Absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Taking my driving test in that whole room.
It's so scary.
Oh my God, I have such test anxiety.
Yeah.
I just have intro anxiety. It just takes me a bit to get going. But I love that little like tidbit of you.
Yeah.
We didn't get to talk about that the first one.
Yeah.
I don't think at all.
I don't think we did. No.
I think we did.
That was like just some random thing that I decided I wanted to
I
do
mean,
in
and
college.
I was like, what?
Yeah. I literally woke up in January, and I think it was 2020. It was right before COVID happened.
Oh my gosh.
And I just decided I wanted to start flying. I didn't tell my parents that I started flying, and I told them before I took my first flight, but I took all of my ground school and paid for all of it.
And you
did
didn't
not
tell a single
them.
person.
Mm-mm. And then I said, hey, parents, I'm going to go on a flight today. You can watch from this specific hangar. And they were like, excuse me? The girl that doesn't like to go on roller coasters is going to go fly an airplane today? Yes.
That's even better.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It's like my only adrenaline thing
Well,
that I love.
daring, yeah.
Yeah.
You went for it.
But I'm in control, so
Yeah.
it makes me feel better.
That's good. Oh, how fun.
It is.
I need something like that.
You should go take like a intro flight on a little plane. Have you ever flown in a little plane?
In the back.
Yeah.
Just in the back seat.
You should sit in the front and like actually fly it. You'll get hooked.
Ooh, I probably would. Oh, that's
so
fun. Well,
Yeah.
speaking of COVID years, which 5 years ago, and now we're June of 25.
So crazy.
How is that even? I can't even comprehend that amount of time
No.
has gone by. It doesn't feel like it.
No, it feels like COVID was forever ago, but then also it feels like it was literally last year.
Right?
Yeah. I still feel like I still see people wearing masks in the Coeur d'Alene area.
I still sometimes driving, I'll see people in the cars wearing. I'm like,
You're like,
what? Are you sick? I don't get it.
5 years.
Yeah. And when did you start your business?
I started my business in 2022. Yes. I graduated in December of 21, and then started my business technically in February of 2022. Mm-hmm.
And was that always the goal when you went to school?
No, I actually started school on like a pre-med path. I wanted to be a pediatric cardiologist or a neonatal specialist. So anything with babies I was good with. But then I started doing social media for a local business and fell in love with marketing and social media. And so after that, I kind of switched gears at school and went the business route and the marketing route and got my major that way. And then when I was towards the end of college, I had other businesses approaching me, asking me if I would do the same thing for them because they'd seen what I was doing for the business that I worked for.
Here in town?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it was kind of just a word of mouth thing, and it just kind of happened that I started gaining clients, and then it's blossomed from there. And when I started, I was like, I know I'm going to want to do this for a long time, so I need to set up the right things. So
Yes.
thankfully, I have really great people in my life that helped me set up the LLC and my EIN. And
Wonderful.
all the good things.
Taxes.
Yes, so that everything's legit and good on paper, so I don't look back in 5 or 10 years and be like, why didn't I set it up?
I regret. Oh, yeah.
So,
Especially the legal side.
yes. And I think we kind of touched on that last.
Did a little bit, yes.
I had like it was a lawsuit scare.
Yeah.
I had a lady email me telling me that I was infringing on her patent. I wasn't sure patent wasn't even live at the moment, but we had. Oh, go ahead.
Done and done?
Yes,
Okay,
everything's
good.
done. My business was named a different name, and I rebranded. It was a year ago, this last spring, so spring of 2024.
With 208.
With 208, yeah. I rebranded, and once I rebranded, that kind of took everything away.
Oh,
it was
good.
either we go fight the lawsuit or I rebrand, and I was like, I would rather rebrand than spend 6 figures in court. So
It was the name.
yeah, it was just the name. Like, it wasn't anything I was doing or anything I had posted.
Yeah.
It was literally my business name, and I was like, I didn't copy you, I swear.
Yeah.
But it's crazy.
Well, now I feel like even just like putting in a username. And, oh my gosh.
Is that the Lifelight helicopter?
Yeah. It's loud. But you don't hear it. They
can't
No,
hear it?
they can't hear it.
That's so crazy.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
So now we just look like we're
Looking up at something that they can't hear.
just a pause. Now, what was I saying?
We were talking about patents. I
Oh.
feel like you were going to go into copyrights. And like,
Maybe. What I said now, and then I stopped. Ugh. Pause. Hold.
I'll pause.
Do you have to sign NDAs? No.
No.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I typically on my business social media, I don't advertise who my clients are. Not because I want to keep it a secret, but because it's not supposed to look like they have a social media manager. It's supposed to look like it's coming straight from the business or the business owner or the personal brand or whoever it is. But like, if I have a potential client ask me who I work with, I'll freely say who I work with.
Yeah.
So that they can see my work. But yeah, I shouldn't say that. There was one time that I was working with a client that asked me to not work with. It's happened a couple times that clients have asked me to not work with people in the same industry in the same town.
Got it.
So like, if I have a real estate client in Lewiston, I won't take any more real estate clients in Lewiston. But like, there was at one point, I had some real estate people in the Valley, and then I had a personal brand real estate agent in St. Mary's.
Oh, got
So
it.
very different communities.
For
and
sure.
They're separate.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't take anybody in the same industry in the same town.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I see that.
Because things start to look similar.
Well, if you have a style
Yes.
that you, would coordinate from,
Yeah.
maybe going into a different question,
Yeah.
do you coordinate then to kind of what you feel like trends and what things are, or kind of just their personal style, or?
A little bit of both. It kind of depends whether it's I'll relate it to real estate, whether it's like a individual agent, so a personal brand type situation, a team, or if it's like a real estate business.
A brokerage.
Yeah, a brokerage. Those could all kind of vary. They just would vary because if it's a personal brand, you're going to need to show more of their personality and really base the style off of who they are. If it's a brokerage, you're going to want to be more business and more professional and things like that. So it just kind of depends.
Do you have a, how do you approach when someone's like, hey, I want to hire you. How do you get to know them?
So with my clients, I typically like to do coffee or like a lunch or something.
Face to face.
Sit down face to face. Yep. But if we can't make something work, I love a good FaceTime or a phone call. But I'll never just send somebody a proposal without having a chat with them first. Because everybody's pain points are different with social media. And how I can help people is always different. So I like to sit down and chat. That's my go-to. Have a coffee. And I learn about their business or about their background, what they're doing, what they like. I listen and I stalk their pages. Obviously.
You're researching.
Do all my research.
As you should.
Yes. Yeah. And then I find their pain points and really tailor a proposal to whatever their pain points are. So whether that's they need full-on management, I can do that. If they just need me to write copy for posts, I can do that. If they just need me to shoot and edit it and they can post it and write the captions, that's great. I can tailor it to whatever they exactly need so that social media feels like less of a stress for them and more fun.
Ooh, captions.
Is how it should be.
It should be. Captions are the worst.
They are the worst. And I've always been the person that people are like, Maddie, what do I say
What do
here?
I say?
I'm like, just give me a minute, let my brain work for a second, and then I'll help you.
Sometimes I'll even just have like an outsider's perspective.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm doing this.
What do I need to
Or
write
if I
here?
say something, I'm like, does this sound weird?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, because I don't know.
That's where ChatGPT is my best friend. That's
Yes.
ChatGPT is my office buddy, and I use it.
It's your assistant.
Yes,
Yeah.
it literally is. I use it so often.
Oh, yeah. I feel like even just to like rephrase things or
Yeah.
make it into current event, like in the current time, how would you say this and this?
Yeah.
Ooh, it clicked. Oh, it's the really dumb. Oh, I was talking, what I had forgot was usernames.
Oh, yeah.
And like when you go in and make something, I swear it's like, I'll put something in and it's like already been used. I'm like, this. Adding a number, it's already been used. I'm like,
The amount of profiles there are is insane.
insane.
And the amount of like inactive users that are just like either bots or stagnant profiles, like it's crazy.
Fakes.
It's unbelievable to me.
Ugh.
It was either on another podcast or a video that I saw. They said that there's so many LinkedIn users and only 10% or so are active, and only like 1 or 2% of that actually post and do things on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn's a good way to
Darrow
get out there.
was always on LinkedIn. You're not a bot.
People without like at least 500 connections, because I assume they're not active.
Oh, 500. Well, I don't know. I'm not really active on there, but like if you're using it to actually job hunt, that is a really small number. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Didn't
'Cause,
realize that.
You think about, I don't know if I set mine up in high school or in college, but one of the two, they like made us set up a LinkedIn and fill it all out.
wow.
I think it was in college. They had us do it. And
Wild.
they had my husband do it too. And we went to college across the country from each other.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's such
Wild.
your guys' cute story. And now I guess this is a touchy topic.
'Kay,
And I feel like with
ready.
social media, yeah.
Yeah.
And I know we maybe touched base a little bit. I'm trying to think of anything that I had asked you before.
Sometimes I don't remember what I had for breakfast yesterday. so
Perfect. This is like a whole new deja vu kind of feeling.
It will be. It'll be great.
AI.
Yeah.
What are your feelings?
I do remember us talking about that.
And we did. But it's like just more and more things are happening. They're estimated what AI will look like in 2027. Was that what the thing was I saw? I don't know. But what's your feelings on it?
Like I just said, I love ChatGPT. I use it all of the time, probably on a daily basis. I think AI can be great. It's not perfect by any means. And I don't think it's getting rid of people like me. I don't think it's replacing my job. Because even if I am having a brain dead day and need ChatGPT to write me a caption for something, I still have to go in and edit it and tweak things and rewrite a few things and add things and whatever else. So I don't think it's taking anybody's jobs like people are thinking that it's going to do. I would say use it wisely. Don't think it's going to solve all your problems, but it is a great tool.
It's a great tool.
Yeah.
Tool.
Yes, it's a great tool to have. Always double check it because it's not always right. But yeah.
Oh, I've done trivia. Listen, I do trivia every other week and trying to come up with themes and ideas, and I put in there like
hard.
it gets tiring. And I was just like, can you make up 20 questions about sea creatures? Trivia questions. And I did it, and I got heckled, and I got Google searched by every answer that, because I didn't check. I was one of those, like, it just came out. Oh yeah, no, now I still do my research. But it's funny, I don't know, I always see those picture AI ones where it's like, AI is not taking my job, because then they were trying to edit something and it was completely like someone's hand turned into a thumb.
Yeah, no, literally.
And it's like,
Like, it can't do everything ChatGPT
No.
cannot solve all your problems.
No.
It will sure try, but it definitely
Definitely
cannot.
well, and the human aspect.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, trends, we could talk about trends forever,
All day long.
all day long. But I mean, for the upkeep, I don't know.
Like, it's the human brain that comes up with the trends. Like, and it's not even, somebody doesn't post something and say, hey, this is going to become a trend. They just do it, and then
Yeah. Authentically.
yes, it authentically happens, and other humans take it and run with it.
Mm-hmm.
AI can't quite do that yet, or figure out, like, there's no exact formula. for it to
Imagination?
happen.
What do you want to
Yeah.
call it? I'm trying to think of like what, it can't just make up its own question. You have to feed it something to spit back out at you, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think of like the imagination. Like we probably have different likes and ideas and trends and stuff, but then I'm also drawn to people eating noodles. You know,
Yes.
we have our likes and we have, but not every two people are the same, you know? So trends, what is trending right now in terms of social media? What are the biggest you would spit out?
Right in this moment,
Yeah.
the holy airball one is really, really, really trending. That one is everywhere. I can't scroll more than like 2 scrolls without seeing somebody post that.
Yeah.
And some of them are super funny because like it was like the owner of Rolex, his son posted one on TikTok. It was hilarious.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it was so funny.
Oh,
But
that's
like
funny.
big brands, the like Nepo babies of big brands
Yes.
are posting them.
I saw Abercrombie
Yes.
did one.
Yeah.
And I was like, ugh,
Yeah.
wild.
Some of those are really good. What else is really trending right now? Everybody's moving kind of back to more short form content instead of long form. Like in the last year, we've seen, I shouldn't say long form, it's like 3 minute, like 1 minute to 3 minute content on TikTok. And
When I
things
think
like
of
that.
short, I think of Vines.
Yes.
Which were 6 seconds.
6 seconds.
Yeah.
We're moving back into like the 15 to 45 second range ish, or like less than a minute, I would say.
Interesting.
Yeah, at least that's what I see happening right
Yeah.
now. There's not as much
Long
form.
ones.
Yeah.
I've been seeing the trend, especially on TikTok. They'll be like, I'm bored. Tell me
yeah.
your deepest, darkest family secret, or tell me your unhinged skincare routine. And it's like, I like that because then it's an engaging kind of to help you boost engagement.
And that's what makes you go viral.
And then I scroll, and then of course I read all the comments
Read all the
because it's
comments.
like some of them are gems.
They're the best.
Yes.
That is another really good trend that I've seen a lot.
All over.
Oh, it's so fun too. Like some of the unhinged, I like to read the unhinged customer service workers or like servers and waiters because I feel that like when you're in the coffee
Oh,
shop
yeah.
a little bit, it's about the same.
You felt it.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. It is so funny.
That's funny. I just I'd be curious to have, do you like offer your services to businesses or do you have them come to you?
Typically businesses come to me.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a few businesses that I've reached out to that I know the owners personally.
Oh, cool.
And I'm like, hey, let me help you, or let's sit down and talk because I feel like I could really help you.
Mm-hmm.
But typically businesses come to me, and I think it's really cool. Typically it's by word of mouth from my other clients. Like business owners talk to each other, especially in our valley.
Yes.
And so when one of my clients is talking to another business owner and they bring up social media, my name gets brought up, and then people just DM me or text me or call me or whatever. So I love that part of my job. It's nice that I have people that love what I do, and I do a good job for them. And
it's like a relief because
Yes.
I think when I first really heard about you, because I had just started 2022 for my loan stuff. And I do the wedding makeup stuff too. So I was
Yes.
like, I don't know, trying to handle all that
yeah,
social media stuff too. I don't know, I'm the worst. Everyone knows this. But I was like, oh, there's a girl that works at Hot Shots that's totally doing social media right now. And I was like, what? So, of course, I go and look. And it was like you had just said you were leaving Hot Shot. You did like that big old post. And like that was my like first like, oh, how cool. It was really, really memorable.
I miss my Hot Shots days. I loved being a barista. I tell my husband all the time if I could just be a barista. I'm our home barista. We have a home coffee shop now.
Perfect.
But I miss it so much. But I love my job, and it's so fun, and it's so awesome that I have great clients that just spread that.
That's
and
great.
Yeah, it's so fun.
And now you don't live now in town anymore.
I moved to Hayden, gosh, 3 years ago. I think it'll be 3 years in July. Yeah. So I commute a couple times a month down here at least. During like my busy seasons, it's like more like once a week.
Dang, that's a lot of miles.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
That trip has gotten really quick. It goes by in the blink of an eye now.
I bet you know that road by heart.
Yes. I know exactly where I don't have service and where I do. It's great.
Any changes in your business since, down here, we're in our own little world down here, our own market, our own people,
Yeah.
How is it now being in a different area, adjusting to that?
It's good. It's given me, being in the Coeur d'Alene area has given me a lot of perspective on the valley, good and bad. I love being up there, but I also miss the valley. It's a little bit of a catch-22. But yeah, I don't know. It's made me appreciate the business owners in the valley a lot. Like they appreciate that I'm from here and that I'm local and I understand the valley. That's one complaint that I've heard from quite a few business owners that have tried to outsource media things to other places, that because they're not from here, they don't understand our culture here. So yeah,
it's true.
It's just different here, but that's okay.
No,
We're
not a
special.
bad thing.
Yeah.
No,
We're special in our own way.
We're weirdly like a small town. We're not a small town, but we have a small town feel.
Yes. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And in Coeur d'Alene, it's kind of similar, but not nearly the same. Like,
oh no,
Coeur d'Alene, Hayden, and Post Falls are like still all their own things. So it's more city feel.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Up to current date. I hate to say that.
Yes.
Here too, we're behind the times in certain areas.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
It's okay.
It's great. But
Catch up eventually.
social media is one of the biggest things that is where we are heading.
Yeah.
We're in it. Where do you feel like, I guess, that's such a hard question.
Where it's going.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we just talked about baby monitors, right? 10 years, how much technology has changed. What's another 10 years going to look like for us?
Sometimes I don't even like to think about it because it's going to be not even 180 different, just like literally unimaginably different. Like who knows what, we'll always have, I would like to think at least we'll always have Facebook, Instagram, probably now TikTok is a staple.
Yeah.
X, which was Twitter. We'll always have the staple social medias, but then it'll be interesting to see if there is a rise of another one and what that could look like, or are the platforms going to start changing even more? Like we've seen the integration of stories across all platforms. It originated on Snapchat and went
Everywhere.
crazy everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
well, I just
who
even
knows?
think of just the iPhone,
Yeah.
the evolution of when I first got my first iPod to now my phone now. And mind you, yes, I've grown up quite a bit in the 17, however many years it was. But it's just like, that's not a lot of time if you really think about it. And in terms of like social media, I've always just been hearing like videos, get in front of the camera. What do you feel like about the faceless content?
Ooh, so there is a time and a place for it, but they're right when they tell you to get in front of the camera. And the reasoning behind that is it's not just to show your face or like whatever. It's so that the audience can make that connection with you. They know that you're an actual person, and it makes them feel like you're sitting down just like this, having a face-to-face conversation, but you're not. That's why people love influencers so much. Like the conversation we were having earlier, like people feeling so involved in influencers' lives. It's because they share everything and we have this weird connection with them. Yeah. So that's one thing I tell all of my clients. Like, it's not necessarily about the follower count or how many views you're getting, but it's the engagement and like, are we retaining that community and actually building a community of trust? Because that's going to retain your clients or your patients or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Way more than going viral probably ever would.
Well, I struggle on the camera, okay? We know this. If I look at the camera, if I have a script, I'm done. I'm gone.
You can't.
I'm the worst. But then I also kind of want to show off my authenticity because I don't want that image of social media to like blind everyone, and then them actually meeting me in person, and they're like, that is not who I expected. You know?
Exactly.
So, same thing like actors. It's just like, I want to be able to show, but then again, it's like I put myself down so much on just like the things that I do. What are some like encouraging things that you say? I don't know, maybe you can say it to me.
No, I do. I tell all of my clients when we sit down to film, one, don't ever be scared because I'll cut out the bad parts and I'll make you look good. I can't do that here because Daryl
won't let me. Daryl won't let me cut anything out.
But I do. I tell them, I'm like, if you fumble or mess up, just try again, and like it's okay. And people get really caught up sometimes about what they're posting and overthink it. And I mean, we all do, whether it's for your business or for your personal page. Like, everybody's had a moment of that. The thing I tell people is literally what I said earlier. People don't remember what they had for breakfast yesterday. They're not going to remember what you posted. Like, I swear, they're going to scroll and like it, maybe commented on it, and then scroll right past it. Like, don't stress about that. And like, if somebody judges you for posting, did they post? Did they have the courage to post something?
Probably not.
No, probably not.
No.
So like, where do they have the right to judge you? So I try to be a hype girl for all of my clients.
Good.
It is not an uncommon thing. As soon as I whip my iPhone out, people are like shaking in their boots.
Second guess everything I just said, did.
Everybody hates it. And it's not, I mean, I don't know if people get more nervous when I pull the mics out too. I have little wireless mics that I'll mic people up with. I don't know if it makes it worse or not, but people just start talking really loud when I bring the mics out. I'm like, you can talk it regular or quieter, please. Whisper, preferably.
Whisper, please. You can always turn those up.
Yeah, literally.
I don't know. I could lock up, and there's things that I say, you know, through work and teaching. And that's like, I think the biggest thing that I do, a part of my job is teaching and educating. So then it's like, okay, I'll try to whip up this educational thing. And then I see it and I delete it. I immediately delete it.
I always tell people too, it's like riding a bike. Practice makes perfect. And so you just have to keep doing it. And like, eventually you'll get a little bit more comfortable. But like, find the ways that it makes you comfortable. Like, I don't like to film anything when anybody else is home. I mean, obviously now I have a child, so it's a little bit different.
Sure.
But like, when she's napping, my husband's gone golfing, that's my filming time.
That's it.
Yep. So I have to
my
film
window.
when nobody's around. Like, and I just know that that's my thing.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So find your thing. And if you have a social media manager, it's fine. They're not going to judge you. They've seen worse. It's okay.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
When it comes to social medias, which one's your favorite?
Ooh, that's kind of hard. The staples for the majority of my clients are Facebook and Instagram. I do have one client that does Pinterest, and I think we did
talk about this. This is she went viral, right?
Yes,
yeah.
She's gone viral a lot, and she does a great job on her other social media platforms. But her Pinterest has been in the millions of views for like the last 6 months. And I got her up into the millions, so I was pretty proud of that. But I love Pinterest. Pinterest is so fun and so underrated. Like if you're a photographer or a blogger, or you do something where you have pictures of what you're doing constantly, or like even like construction, like Ben and Matt Double Diamond.
Yeah.
That could be something that could be great on Pinterest because people search home plans or home
yes.
design.
Home
anything-
decor. I'm pretty sure I have a folder that's just home decor.
Exactly. Yeah. So anything that could be searchable, like I love Pinterest. Pinterest is so fun. It's very underrated.
What do you, well, I guess I don't know. I don't know if you want to say who it is, but just like, how did you get that person?
It was another word of mouth type of situation.
Wow.
She's been with me almost 2 years now. I've done her Pinterest for 2 full years. And then for a while I did YouTube shorts for her.
Yeah. Wow.
Which is another really fun one. She had a couple YouTube shorts go pretty viral.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. And then she actually referred me to another blogger that I worked with for about 6 months. That was in South Dakota. Yeah, she was a rancher in South Dakota, and I did Pinterest for her and her business partner.
Wow.
Yeah, so fun.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah,
I didn't know. We didn't talk about this
Yeah.
last time. So
Yeah, that's the farthest client I think I've ever taken care of. I have a client in Boise, and then the majority of my clients are down here, and I have a few in Spokane too.
yeah. Wow.
So I'm everywhere.
Is there a type of business you haven't gotten to work with that you want to, or type of product?
Ooh, I don't know. I've never done restaurant. I think restaurant would be super fun because things are always changing and new.
Mm-hmm.
I've never done like a product-based business. Most of my businesses are service-based.
Ooh.
So a product-based business would be really fun. What else?
Dang.
I've worked with a lot of different industries, a lot of blue-collar industries. I've worked with aesthetics. I've worked with coffee shops,
Realty.
realty, personal brands.
How fun.
Yeah, I've worked with a lot, and that's one of the reasons I love my job is because I get to research all these different industries.
Yeah.
And so it's always changing.
You're not limited.
No, never.
No.
And there's a lot of people that have my job that niche down to one thing. Like you'll see a lot of med spa social media managers, or like I follow a gal that only will handle social media for interior designers. Ooh. You see it too, like with real estate, like real estate photographers.
Yes.
They niche down.
Yes. I've interviewed, a few on here now.
Yes. So you'll see a lot of that. I never wanted to do that because I just would get bored.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah.
And it keeps my brain fresh so I can work through new things for each individual client.
That's
like,
so fun.
I never get stagnant or learn too
Yeah.
much about a specific niche, you know?
Yeah. Maybe someday would you niche down, or would you always just keep this fluid?
I would probably always be pretty fluid. I could see myself niching down to like maybe the beauty industry. So like covering med spas,
Yes.
hair salons, or hairstylists, like
Yes.
lots of beauty type
Very
things.
cool.
But I don't know. I never see myself really doing that because I have a lot of different clients and
Well, even just like, I think you're really involved in the 4-H realm. We did talk about that a little bit too, but I think, especially being into the business only this few years, like tying yourself this early, I mean, at least getting a feel for everything, I would say.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
Yeah. Like this is my I'm going on my 4th year right now.
Yeah. In your 4th year.
In my
right
4th
now.
year.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've never felt the need to niche down. Like if I have a client approach me and they're like, "Hey, I want you to do this." I'm like, "Hey, sure. Why not? I'll learn about your industry even if I don't know anything about it." Like I ran an electrician's Instagram and Facebook for like a year and a half, 2
That's
years.
crazy.
And like learned a bunch of stuff
Yeah.
about what it is to be an electrician.
Yeah.
Like now I just have
I
this
love
random
that.
knowledge and I love it. It's so fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I just with mine, like I would just be curious if you just like looked through and like with my stuff and realty, you know, they go through a little bit of this too, is we have specific things that we can and cannot say and do and have in our pictures and whatnot. When it comes to the laws and regulations, do you fall on the clients to be able to give you that information, or do you like do your own research into some of that?
Typically, so the two industries that I've worked with that there are like regulations and laws that I have to follow or else we'll get in big trouble are real estate and med spas. So for those, thankfully, I've never had to ask my clients. They're very upfront and are like,
Good.
hey, this is exactly what you can and cannot post or we will get in trouble. Typically, the business owner or the team leader is very vigilant about things like that, which
Good.
makes my job much easier.
Yes.
I've never run into a situation where any client has gotten in trouble for anything, thankfully.
Good.
So I've only had one situation where I accidentally posted a post on one account that was supposed to go on a different business's account. And it was only up for like 2 minutes. And then I realized it and I was like, oh no.
Oh no.
Take this down, switch it, let's fix it right away. It was literally within like my first 6 months of like being a business.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
So it traumatized me. It never happened again.
Never going to anymore.
Never ever. Yeah. And I blamed it on my back end system. I was like, it was just a mix up. It's fine. Everything's fine.
That's what probably Darrow says on this stuff. He's like, oh, I lost it. Blame it on the back end.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's a
It's not
technology.
Darrow's fault. I seeing Darrow do all of his social media stuff for the business and his businesses and him helping me on this stuff, like I applaud you because it's so, I mean, I can't do it myself and I need help. And that's just in how to ask or what's like the best way to get a hold of you. If someone's like, I feel like this is a need for my business, how or what are the steps that I need to do?
Yeah. I would say either DM me on Instagram or Facebook. I don't have a website currently. That was part of like my lawsuit situation. I had to take my
Because
website because of the girl. She was stalking me on my website.
I remember you saying that.
Yes, I realized it after she emailed me for the first time. But so I haven't redone my website because it was.
Wait. Can I ask this?
Yeah.
The domain name.
Uh-huh.
Did you pay for that then already?
It was almost up. It was up like that. It was up a few months.
You had
after.
gotten it, and then it was.
And then it was going to be up. So it was fine. There was literally a 1-letter difference between our business names.
It wasn't even exact.
Yeah, but because we do the exact same thing, she had
got
a
offended.
conniption. Yes, I'm like, girl, I literally work with local people. I do not work with people across the country.
Wasn't she in what, Carolina? What was it?
North or South Carolina and Arizona. Yeah,
Get out of here.
Not even close.
No.
Leave me alone
I mean,
with your lawsuit.
with just how, everything is, and trying to be authentic and coming up with a new thing, and it's just, you're going to run into these things.
Yes. Yeah. I literally had my old business name in my notes app in my phone since I was like 17, I think. And started my business when I was 22. So I'm like, it's not like I stole or copied her. It just is something that I wanted to do. But I do love my new business name, 208 Socials, a lot more. I feel like it's very fitting for me.
Yes.
Grew up in the 208. I
love that.
Love my rebrand. So
Yay.
it was time. I needed something new. I was transitioning into a new phase of life. And so
Yeah, timing.
Yeah.
You think
It
about
was-
when you were,
she literally emailed me that when we got engaged, and then my husband and I got married last summer. We had our baby in the fall, and then I'm like wife and mom now, and so my business needed a
Yeah.
refresh with that, and
Aw.
it was perfect.
Silver lining.
Yes.
There was a silver lining.
Yes, there was. It was a very scary moment. I thought I was going to get sued.
Gosh.
Thankfully.
Well, then, okay.
Yeah.
If someone is wanting to create a business
Mm-hmm.
and start, what are the maybe 3 critical things that
Yeah.
you suggest to do?
If you're going to ask me social media, Maddie, I would say have a full branding deck. Do it. Just do it from day one. It's a little counterintuitive of what I just said, but have a website, have a landing page for people to be able to find you, and then set everything up properly with the government. So your LLC, if that's what you choose to do, all your tax information, your EIN, set all of that up when you want to start, not after you start. Do it immediately.
Do it now.
Yeah, just do it. It's
Yeah.
not that expensive. It's not that difficult. Like, everything's Googleable.
Yes.
There's ways to do it. Chat GPT it, whatever you need to do. But get it set up, and like, don't say it's going to be it'll work if maybe. Say that it will work and your business will be successful, and then it will be. Like, don't.
Positive affirmation.
Yeah, don't go into it half-hearted.
Yes.
Do it.
Do it.
Just do it.
Just
It's
do
going to
it.
be scary whether you want to do it or not. So
Yeah.
you might as well.
Well, I feel like that's just social media in general.
Yes.
Just do it.
Literally. Like, that's one thing that's so nice about me living a little bit far away from where I grew up is, especially on TikTok, I just kind of post whatever I want. Like, it doesn't matter to me. Like, it's just my void that I post
Yep.
into, and I don't care.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to have that outlook on like Instagram too now. Like,
Yes.
if I want to post, I can, and whoever sees it can see it.
Yeah.
It's just for you. Like,
Yeah.
Mel Robbins always says social media is not for your friends, it's for your business. So treat it as such.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's true.
Oh, it's true. I do like your get readies or like
Yeah.
go through the day with you. Those are fun.
Yeah, I like doing those. And now that I have a baby, it's hard to remember to film. Like, before, I had all this time that I could just take my time setting up and doing all the things. And now it's like, no, somebody needs change. Somebody needs fed.
Yes.
I need to get dressed.
Yes.
She needs to get dressed. We need to go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so now it's busy, but I do love filming those.
And there's times where I will do all of my jobs in one day. Like I'll talk to makeup clients, I'll do makeup, podcast, working with clients, locking loans, talking about numbers. And it's just like, then I have to like, I haven't posted in like a week. So then it just sits in the back of my mind. What are some things that you suggest doing, like time blocking?
Yeah. I have actually taken clients for like coaching, kind of consulting, like social media consulting. I try to be specific on what I call it because it's not technically coaching. I'm
Yeah,
not certified for that, so I don't want to
sure.
lead anybody on.
You're just certified for that?
You don't technically have to, but I feel like I should have something else to be able to say I'm a coach.
Just do it.
Right? But the number one thing I tell everybody is schedule it. Just like put it in your calendar like it's an important meeting, and then film what you say you're going to film. And if you need to then schedule an editing time, schedule that. Like, schedule everything like it's an important meeting and follow it. Like, act like it's
it's a meeting.
Yes, act like you're meeting with your boss
Yes.
or having a super important meeting with a client. Act like that is what it is, and take it seriously because it could potentially really help your business. So I tell everybody that. And planning, like, that's the biggest thing. Like, I have a content shoot on Friday, and tomorrow I kind of have a free day, so I'm going to do all of our content plan. I'll have everything planned out, exactly what we want to shoot. If there's any scripts that we need, I'll write out all the scripts. I have all the shot lists, all the ideas, everything. And like, if we decide that day we don't want to film something, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But then I have literally like 20 ideas prepped. So if we decide, hey, we need an extra one, there's an extra idea. So all the planning's critical.
I want to know what your brain is like.
A million tabs all at once. I share an office with my father-in-law. My father-in-law is a business owner as well. And he was like, that's the difference between a male business owner and a female business owner. Maddie, you have 20 tabs open on your computer. I have one. I'm like,
I don't know. Is that true? Do you have one tab open on your computer, or do you have
I
multiple?
don't close tabs.
he's
okay,
he's
maybe
kind of
not.
a jumbled
One
mess.
billion. It's a problem.
Okay.
The opposite problem.
When you think of your brain and how you have your memories and everything, do you have it in a file cabinet? In one file cabinet, or do you have multiple file cabinets? I was hearing someone talk about this. Or how do you have it structured?
Probably multiple. No, I see one file cabinet with a bunch of different files. Is where my brain is, and then I could pick through the files of what I want.
That's mine.
Yeah.
I have one.
When you see a timeline, is it up and down or side to side?
Side to side. When you think of the calendar,
These are crazy. 'Cause
is
then
it makes you think. It's like I saw a girl write out her calendar as a circle.
Shut up.
No.
That
And I
would
looked at that
stress
and was
me
like,
out.
what is that? And she's like, no, that's a calendar. And she goes by the calendar and like, I'm like, no.
No.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's not
I
how
can't
it
do
is.
that. It's just fun to see how, excuse you.
It scared me so
I
much.
know. Are you dying?
Yeah.
It's just funny to see how people's brains work because I feel like to get to know me and maybe my businesses, you're like, I feel like you need to get in here and see how it works. Yeah.
Yes. I'm the same way. Like, my brain just doesn't shut off about work and my business and what needs to be done and all the things are like
Even just
a
things
new idea.
Yeah.
I have a million sticky notes on my desk of ideas that pop into my brain during the day.
Gosh, I do too. I have piles though. If it's not on my computer, those are like long-term need to know or like in my book.
Yeah.
Then I have a pile of currently working on. These can wait. And I don't know. I have these piles.
I have desk piles too.
Do you do? Okay, I feel like we have the good like
Yep.
same
I have a sticky
similar.
note pile. I have a need to file
Yes.
pile. I have a bank pile.
Yes.
I'm trying to think what else is on my desk right now. A planning pile that has my like daily,
Mm-hmm.
weekly planner on it.
Dara doesn't write anything out.
Ever?
No.
Like not even put it in your phone, write it out?
No.
Shut up.
People make a calendar for him.
It just is all in your brain?
No.
No. Nice.
Where is it?
You hire people to yell at you.
Love that.
Hire
I need
people
that.
to yell at you.
Oh my gosh, speaking of hiring people, I hired my first like assistant since the last time we
Really?
chatted.
Oh, that is something. Wow.
Yeah.
Tell me that then. What felt like the need?
So it felt like, so he is local to the Valley. And I was at the point in March, I think, that I was starting to travel every single week. And I was realizing how hard it was to travel with a then 5-month-old and pack all of that and do all of it every week while I needed to be at my computer also because I was starting to get busier coming back from maternity leave. So I literally just posted on my stories one day, like, hey, I need help. Anybody local from the Valley, let me know. Like, let's chat. So I had, he's an LC alum. He works down here. He's in marketing and just wants to learn more about social media management and that side of things.
Look at that.
Yeah. So he is doing content shoots for me. He's done like 2 or 3.
Really?
Yeah. He goes on site and like my clients love him. He's so great with all my clients.
How
And,
cool.
yeah, he literally just sends me all the raw footage and I'm going to have him start helping me edit some things, but he just takes the best content for me and then I get to stay home and not make a 4-hour round trip and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
great.
Worth it.
Oh, so worth it. Yeah.
Talk about just time in the day. If you can be at 2 places at once, it's just not, you can't do it.
No.
But to have someone there though,
It's so nice.
oh, how cool.
Yeah, it's so relieving and like to know that, just to know too that my clients like him and that he can go in and be as comfortable with them as I am.
Yeah.
And like I'll send him a shot list either the morning of or the night before and he perfectly executes every single thing.
that you need. Ah,
You're a
a
godsend.
gem.
Yes.
How cool.
He is. It's wonderful.
Well, congrats on that. I mean, I feel
Yeah.
like that's huge.
It is. I've been a one-woman show for the last 3 years, and I've always wanted to hire someone on, but it's just never felt like the right time.
Yeah.
And it felt like the right time, and I found the perfect person for right now. So
Yay. Would
Yeah.
you grow into a big team?
I've thought about it. Yeah, I've thought about it, and it's a little bit in the works. Honestly, I have another friend that has a baby that's 2 weeks younger than my baby, and she's a stay-at-home mom, but loves social media
Yeah.
and is really good at it.
Yeah.
She's like, if you ever need help, and so I think in the next couple months I might have 2 employees. We might be a team of 3
Oh,
instead of a team
that's
of 1.
cool.
Yes,
Just to
so-
see the growth.
Yeah, it's fun, and I feel very, very, very blessed that I've been able to work for myself my entire adult career, and make my own schedule and do whatever I want.
I applaud you.
Thank you.
Applaud you. I didn't figure out that whole, like 30. I think I turned 30 is when I created my idea to do the loan stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That was the career I wanted to choose. I was in the medical field, but I always felt like I needed to get my.
I didn't know you were in the medical field.
Oh yeah, I was a medical assistant.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that.
I was when I first got out of high school. I was in the sport physical therapy. I worked at sport physical therapy. I was there for a really long time, and I thought that maybe I would stick with that because programs at LC were coming on to do that, and it was just I don't know. And then I had my son. Life,
Things change.
things change. I
Yeah.
love learning new things. And then I did that. And then I had my daughter in COVID. And then it just, I don't know what had hit me, but it was, I wanted to have something behind my name that I appreciated. And even though I went to school, back to school twice, I just didn't know what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I love just that fluid of being able to learn. And I don't know, I just didn't want to be stuck in something and regret it.
Yeah. That's the scary thing. Like,
Yeah.
and that's what I started to feel with the pre-med stuff is I started to feel a little stuck and it got claustrophobic and very scary very fast of like, I don't think I love this and want to do this for the rest of my life.
COVID changed a ton.
COVID changed everything.
Yeah. Having my daughter in it, working in it.
Yeah.
And my views changed, especially the older that I've gotten. My maturity level is still very young, but my priorities of wanting to be home more. And now, yes, I do multiple things and everyone's like, I don't know how you juggle it. And I really don't know either, but it's all nice because they are all scheduled. Like I can make my own schedule.
Yeah,
and I
it's
can work
based
as
on
I
what
go.
you want.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that is one thing that I appreciate about my job. Like before I had my daughter, if I wanted to pick up on a random Tuesday and come down here and see my parents, I could. Or if like when my husband and I were just dating and he was in Tennessee, if I wanted to fly down there one week and work and visit him, I could.
Absolutely.
It wasn't a big deal. Like it just has been the biggest blessing to not have to ask somebody else for time off, especially like in family things too.
Oh,
like
yeah.
if we have stuff go on, I can say, no, work can wait. It's okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's so nice since having my daughter that I just got to choose when I came back. And thankfully a lot of my clients are moms, but women, and they just understand.
We
and
get it.
Yes. Yeah. Everybody gets it. I had a client tell me that if I did not take a maternity leave, that she would fire me. It's like, okay, I will take a maternity leave. I will not.
Marking that, yes, I
will do
understand.
that.
Can this was a dumb question. I don't know why I feel like I'm putting myself down with all these silly ones, but
No, there's never any silly questions, please.
compared to an actor's agent, like, do you consider yourself an agent?
Ooh, kind of. I've never really ran point for anyone on like brand partnerships or things like that. But I am kind of like that in some way. Like people will ask me what I think that they should be doing or where we should be going marketing wise. So a consultant in that way. But
I think it would just be like, I don't know, what if you had someone that you did like a brand and then they like became like you were their agent and you booked their stuff for
I
them.
would love that.
Wouldn't that be just...
That would be one of my dream jobs. Actually, my cousin is super good at baseball, and I told him if he ever goes to the MLB that I have to be his agent and his social media
No
manager.
way.
And he told me okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I said thank you. He's actually been scouted by MLB scouts. So
Really?
I'm like,
oh,
let's
how
go.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, and baseball, you said? So we just did the NAIA.
Yes.
And we went to the last game.
Yeah.
And
How was that?
it was cool. It was crazy because at the beginning of the game, the team that they had won.
LSU. Won.
LSU, they had won every single out of the whole season and the tournament.
Yeah.
58-0 for their score, right?
So crazy.
So the beginning of the game, they were down 0-4.
No way.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Oh yeah. And my son and I, we were sitting in kind of the section where all the LSU family was. High intense.
Oh, I bet.
Oh gosh. So
That's so crazy.
it was cool though, because there was, just watching around social media, there was one of the baseball's girlfriend's fiance, something, flipping out her phone. And she had talked and was like doing something on TikTok. So it was like, oh, this is like, I'm witnessing something that's really cool.
Yes.
In our small little town. But
Yeah.
they were on like Good Morning America. Yeah, oh yeah. They were talking all about.
No way.
Yeah, and then they won. And so then all the players got to go on the field. It was emotional. I was like, this is nuts. And so then you could just see following all these social media people and Elsie's cameras and the news crew and their game must have been their man. I don't know. It was just like, how cool.
It is. That is when I still get the text notifications from Elsie because I went to school there. Yeah, I've just never shut them off because I like when they're on during the series.
I still use my email sometimes. Sometimes it's fine. It's fine.
But yeah, when I saw that they were completely undefeated, I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I really have my fingers crossed that Elsie will be back in the series.
I do
next year.
too. I really hope.
Yeah.
Because we want to represent, but.
Yes, and I want.
The LSU got invited to the White House after that.
They got invited to the White House?
Yeah, NAIA.
No. That's
crazy.
so cool.
That's wild.
What if you represented just a team? Like what?
Yeah.
Like your option. I can just think of all
That's
these options.
The guy that I hired, that's what he wants to get into is like sports social media. That's a whole nother realm. Like there's people that specifically niche down to even just like specific sports, like just baseball or just hockey or soccer or whatever, football.
Wild.
Yeah.
How cool though.
Yeah. Sports would be something really, really fun to get into because it's ever changing. And
Well, yeah.
there's always something fun going on.
There's always new people,
Yeah.
Just the options are endless. Social media, I don't know, it's scary.
It's a monster in its own right. And I tell everyone that if it wasn't my job, I probably wouldn't be on it as much anymore because it's changed a lot, especially since COVID. I try not to let it scare me too much and just be on the good side of social media.
Yeah.
But there's a dark side to it that you have to be careful of. But if you use it in the right way and the right reasons, it's a great tool to have and can really make a huge impact on people's personal brand and people's businesses.
Well, anyone that needs any guidance, you're just an open book. I feel like you can.
If anybody ever wanted to ask me questions, DM me.
Yeah.
I will answer anybody's questions.
Oh, fantastic.
Always. I love to talk all the things about social media.
Oh, we can we could still talk about this more and more. We've been here for a while.
There's no error message though.
No, there's no error message this time.
Darrow's eyes are back to normal.
I know.
There's
Look at
no
it.
error
Your
message.
swelling is way better.
I don't think they're back to normal. I think it's way more normal.
More normal.
We did record this first in the winter season, technically, or was it spring?
I don't know. This is like a couple months ago. Really.
Yeah, wasn't it March?
We're in technically spring, so
Still chilly-ish.
I
Chilly-ish.
I hate that we've had to do this, but again, I kind of love it because then it just, I don't know, I get to know more about you in this whole realm of things.
It was great. No, it was perfect because I
Good.
really didn't remember what we talked about last time.
I know.
Kind of a little bit, but
Darrow just reminded us, the beginning part of that
We talked
video
about
that we
noodles
talked
a
about
lot.
noodles. That's the only part that he was like, we still have sound for this. I was like, keep it.
yes.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
208 socials. Everyone follow her.
Cheers. Thank you
Cheers.
for having me.